Well, FEMA says that Los Angeles County, which is where you and I both live,
Yeah.
is the most dangerous place to live in the U.S.
Damn.
Your wife is a doctor.
Yeah. Nurse anesthesiologist, all that. Yeah.
Yep. And she has actually taken the vaccine.
Yeah, she has.
From what I understand, the Brazilian president said that it makes women grow beards. So did your wife actually grow a beard?
It got longer. It was already there.
It was already there.
Told y'all give a damn.
She dreaded it up?
Yeah. Oh, man, she did. She's like,
got a dread beard.
Oh, man. My wife, we day one pandemic, even though she has this Teflon now, she has her force field, she's still like, hell no. It's sad to see, man. It's really sad to see. In a weird way, I'm protected in my energy and my space. And I'm thankful because I am married to someone in the industry, medical industry, that protects me, lets me know what's now and what's next. But that said, man, people out there tripping. I've had family issues off of this. People don't respect responsibility the same. Like, I'm being responsible. If you're not, fine, do you. But don't try and do us. We ain't kicking it. I will see you when this is over. You look back in history and civilization, people have died over the slightest of things. But at that moment, when it hits, you got to protect yourself and be responsible. Now, cats were dying because they got sliced in the shoulder in some of the wars. And now you just put some hydrogen peroxide on it and kiss it. Like, I'm not dying over COVID, corona, if I have anything to do with it. Look, it's unfortunate that it comes no matter what your behavior is to some. And that's what's so scary about it. But doing my part, I'm doing my part. I'm just witnessing a lot that's not.
You know, the number of people who don't want to take the vaccine, to me, is a bit mind-blowing.
What's the number? Is it like?
Well, I'll tell you what. I talked to this one guy who started messaging me on Twitter.
Okay.
He has a medical company in Virginia that services hospitals.
Okay.
So they're considered, frontline workers. So everyone in his company were offered the vaccine. He himself took it. 107 employees, mostly middle-aged Black men.
Okay.
How many of those people do you think took the vaccine when given the opportunity?
Framed like this, 30?
12.
Crazy.
Out of 107 people, some of which had already caught COVID once. 12. 12 actually went and took it.
Yeah.
Roughly 10%.
Yeah.
That to me was very shocking.
Yeah.
But, as I talk to more people and everything else like that, Tuskegee gets brought up a lot. And essentially people feel like they don't want to be experimented on. Your wife doesn't feel that way, though.
No.
Because she could have said, I don't want to take it. Because I assume it's not mandatory at her hospital.
No. She's not even working. Thankfully, we're in a position where she doesn't have to work. And she's not in that risk level, but still around the kids. And we have some sense of normalcy with our routine, our daily couple activities for the kids, going to school. She still took it. Yeah. We're in a different mindset. I really don't disparage anyone who doesn't. I question what the hell you're thinking. There's a lot of misinformation over there. But this is kind of parallel to what we started off talking about in terms of what's going on in our world today and the division, when I just look at it as difference. Tuskegee and that experiment didn't happen yesterday. Like, people don't respect.
It started in the 30s and in the early 70s.
Yeah. People don't respect evolution, growth, mind change, whatever the circumstances that are different. So to go to that place and just say, I am going to stay here anchored on what happened then, I think you may be doing yourself a disservice in terms of what could be happening now. Remember, before the vaccination was even close to coming out, it was a whole Bill Gates, like he's behind it and he's doing. I was like, I don't know truth from false, but I do know this. You can find reasons to take it. You can find reasons not to take it. But if my options, my consequences are potential death or harming someone else, my father, my stepmom, people who are elderly, versus taking it. I'm taking it. You don't want to take it? Hey, shorter line for me. I get it.
Yeah,
but
I'm taking it too. As soon as I get it, I am taking it. In fact, when I looked it up, I being in the news media, I'm considered in the 1C group.
Okay.
You know, like the first, you know, the third wave of the first group.
Yeah.
As soon as I am able to take it,
Boom.
I am right there at the front of the line.
Mm-hmm.
If someone doesn't want to take it and there's an opportunity, because now they're dealing with people like who sign up and then don't end up going, because you see that type of thing, and then they end up having vaccine that spoils and so forth. So then they bring in anyone who wants to volunteer at that point. Anyone who doesn't want to take the vaccine, let me know. I'll go and I'll take it myself. I will take it because I got way too many. I got a dozen employees.
Yeah.
I got family I take care of. I cannot be taken out by this virus.
I'm getting a speeding ticket on the way to wherever they say.
2 people that I have personally interviewed have died from COVID.
Damn.
Yeah. Fred the Godson, the rapper.
Oh, yeah.
And Frank Collada, the gangster. Both of which have died from COVID.
Isn't it weird? The mystery of this one is people still seem like, in general, I'm making an assumption, a generalization, they don't take this as serious as it can have an impact. Like, what was it? Ozone? I call him Ozone all the time, but when he passed away recently.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like.
Did he die from COVID?
That's what they said. I don't know. It's just, all right, people, do you. You were given a birth certificate. You could be given a death certificate too.
Yeah, Adolfo Shabadoo Quinones.
Yeah.
65 years old.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
No, he actually tested negative for COVID.
No, that was after I heard I don't know. I thought he was sick. Then he was tested negative. He was fine, and then 2 days later it was over. He
died. Yeah. We're not exactly sure, but I mean, look, the side effects of COVID are death. The side effects of vaccines seem to be some soreness in the arm.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Now people are worried about the long-term effects and everything else like that, but these vaccines have actually been in development for years, for SARS and everything else like that. They were just repurposed
other diseases
for COVID.
Yeah.
So there's already been a lot of testing behind it. But man, the number of people that just do not want to take it is frightening. And if a lot of people, if you only have 12 out of 100 taking it every time, everywhere, we're never going to get to a herd immunity level, and it's going to just keep going forever.
Well, see, and that's when you're going to see the collision course between greater government, and you're already seeing it with some airlines making it like. So, look, they're right now on your own volition. Take the vaccination when you can. Oh, you don't want to? Okay, now you're going to put the power in their hands if they want to have control over this, and that will be a compromise of some of your liberties. It's going to come at that cost,
which I'm fine with.
Yeah,
because your decision is potentially affecting the life of other people around you.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much misinformation out there, and then conspiracies. But look, I'm going to make sure I'm protected. Those I love are protected, but at the same time, in my own family. People looking at me sideways. I ain't doing that. I got one of my best friends. He's anti-vaccination, and he's like this one too. I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna be FaceTiming for life because fuck that. Dog, I'm not losing me over our friendship or our love. Like none of y'all. So if you don't like it, all right, well, FaceTime me, bro.
I feel you, man. The anti-vaxxers really, and
yeah.
I mean, I have people that I'm cool with that still are on that, and it's one of these conversations you end up just, all right, we're just not gonna have it. We're just not gonna have it.
Yeah.
Well, what about the $4 billion that the U.S. has paid out for people that are hurt by vaccines? And I'm like, the government didn't pay out $4 billion for people that were hurt just because they were trying to cover something up.
Yeah.
The way it works is that if the vaccine companies could be sued by individuals, it would not become economically feasible to create vaccines, and they would just stop making
They're gonna
vaccines.
tap out.
So therefore,
Yeah.
the government created a program
Mm-hmm.
that taxes the vaccine companies.
Yeah.
They take that money, they put it into a pot.
Yeah.
People who feel like they were injured by vaccines, whatever, can apply to this program. And if the government feels there's any sort of weird reaction or whatever, which is going to happen with everything,
Yeah.
they will pay you out a certain amount of money as a settlement.
Yeah.
Not because you won in a lawsuit. And as someone who's been through lawsuits,
Settlement is the way.
people have to understand that you think from the outside that you settle with someone because you're guilty. No, you settle with someone because it costs you $30,000 to settle or $500,000 to go to court and win. So you just give them the $30,000 to settle and you keep it moving, you go on with your life.
And save your peace, time, energy, and money.
There's never been there's never been an anti-vaxxer that sued and won in a court of law from a jury.
It's funny, that whole ecosystem too, because they have that money, that war chest as they call it, because they have it in the NFL with NFLPA and NFL. Like, we have a side fund in case y'all want to go to war. We got the money already. It happens. Yeah. So the funny thing is, the only thing I saw was like, if I want to give the conspiracy theorists some fuel, and this is not even a conspiracy theory, this is real. The first batch of vaccines cost $18. The second one went to $19. Them suckers said, oh, you want more? It's going to cost you $1 more. Like, the ethics is just out the door. They just like, we trying to get paid too, which I get it's a business to make vaccines, but that was a little head scratcher.
Yeah, man. You know, we have this one medical doctor from Las Vegas, Dr. Khan, who we bring on.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
You know, that talks about, and he's an actual medical doctor who works in Las Vegas that's been treating COVID patients since the start. He's had 32 people die under his watch, some of which were healthy 30 and 40-year-olds.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, hell yeah.
He was saying how there's people lying, you know, all the ICU beds are all filled in his hospital. There's people literally lined up in the hallways now, you know, waiting to be treated and so forth like that. He took the vaccine and he just recently took the second dose. Yeah. You know, I mean, me and him were going back and forth on Twitter. I said, so does the second dose protect you against 5G? He said, no, 5G is an undefeatable evil. I said, well, what would they need to do is take all the 5G towers and go to the edge of the flat earth and just toss them all in.
Say, what's up, Kyrie?
Just toss them off the side of the earth, off the edge, you know, into whatever space, you know, is off the edge of the earth. Yeah, man.
Leave people alone, man. You gotta leave people alone. Like, I'm comfortable in just like, okay, you don't want to do this? All right, peace. I am not going to be pulled by some social tension that, oh man, you tripping. I'm like, no, you're tripping, but I'm going to let you trip. And hopefully you don't fall in the grave, fool. But do you. That's all on you, bro. I'm doing me.
That's what it is. Marcellus Wiley, always a pleasure, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations on your family. How's the pandemic baby doing?
Oh, I gotta end with the story. All right, so I have a 9-month-old that obviously is a pandemic baby, and we have almost a 2-year-old. So because of the pandemic, for half of the 2-year-old's life, hasn't seen a lot of people. So we went to the zoo. They had an appointment viewing, very limited, all that socially distanced. All right, my daughter, because she'd been locked in for 9 months, every person she saw, she was like, Gardner? Like, she didn't know anybody but Gardner. The only person she's seen every week was a Gardner. Everybody was a Gardner. We're like, no, that's a person. Hi. She didn't even know how to say hello. She was like, Gardner? My other baby, just poor her. She just looks, this is all she does. Because she's just cabin fever. She doesn't know what's going on. So, hey, it's going to be interesting to see how they turn out. Can't wait till they get to college. And I was like, yep, I saw that coming during that damn pandemic.
Oh, that's what it is. Marcellus Wiley, man. Until next time.
My dog.
Peace.
Yes, sir.